Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. I'm working in my media journal and I'm using an old card that I'm just smearing the paint around. And the paint that I'm using in this video are Dina Wakley acrylic paints. So I started with magenta and now I'm adding a little bit of tangerine. And I'm getting it in all of the places that looks good to me. And here I'm adding a little bit of sky blue. And I'm putting that only in two places because I know I want to put this pink Scotch, the brand is Scotch, tape down onto those blue areas. So I'm using a little bit of, heavy gel medium, just to get those pieces down. And here's a piece of cloth that I'm splitting in two. And a lot of what I'm doing, I'm going to be doing the same on both sides, but not all of it by any means. So I'm using that same gel medium and I'm just putting some down on the page. And then the cloth actually just sticks right on top of it. Easy peasy. And now I have some of this mesh, probably more like a cheesecloth than mesh, and it's a gray color. And as I'm getting it down, I'm just putting a little bit of that gel medium just here and there just to hold it down. And I'm doing the same on the other side, just enough to get that down on the page. And now I'm taking a bunch of strings and getting that down. And these strings are actually from this media journal. I don't know if you have one of these media journals. It's the Dina Wakley journal, but there's a lot of like strings that hang off of the pages. So I cut them off and I put them down. And now I'm just putting a little bit of tissue paper that I had. Nothing fancy schmancy. And now I am using a stencil, a heart stencil with the archival ink. And the name of that is called Rose Madder. And now I'm using dandelion. And I'm using different sizes and shapes of the hearts in the stencil. And I want to make sure I get that, on both pages. I want them in different spots. I want different sizes, I don't want it to look identical by any means whatsoever. But I'm just using those two color inks to get down all of these hearts. Now, in my head, I know, I'm trying to do it strategically because I know in my head I'm going to be doing some stamping as well. Hearts with hearts. So I'm thinking, okay, I want to make like little groupings, so to speak, of the hearts. So here I have the biggest heart that comes in this particular stamp set, and I'm just stamping off all the ink onto that one page. And now I'm doing a smaller heart on the other side with the same thing. I'm just doing some stamping off. And now I have the heart stamp that's 3 hearts in one. And I went back to using the Rose Madder archival ink color. And this one right here, let me see. Where are we at? Okay, so I'm still going around at this point, getting the little red heart here and there in those different groupings of hearts. This right here, you're going to see I'm putting on the ink, but I'm going to take the stamp off and put it down and push it with my fingers because I could not get the acrylic block in there. And now I have the Tim Holtz tissue wrap, and I'm stamping the 2 hearts plus a sentiment, which is where there is light, there is no darkness. And then I am taking some of the sky blue paint and the fuchsia paint, and I'm just coloring in these two hearts. I dried them off, and then I'm going to stamp again over them. And the color ink that I use to stamp the hearts is called watering can. So I didn't want a stark black on here. I wanted something just a little bit softer than that. So that's why I went with watering can, because it's more of a dark gray as opposed to a black. So now I'm stamping those two size hearts on this piece of, it's kind of like a cardboard, and I cut them out. And at this point, I'm still not 100% sure what I want to do. So I'm going to kind of check it out. I put the hearts that I just cut out, and then I put the ones that I painted on top, and I'm like, can I just use gel medium to get the hearts stamped on the paper down? And the answer was really no. So you can see I'm cutting the stamped hearts on the tissue wrap, and I just tore out the sentiment. And now I'm going to use some heavy gel medium, and this was a lot of fun, I have to say, because now I'm using my finger, and I'm all about that. So I got some of the gel medium down onto the heart, and I'm doing the same over here on the left. Now I'm figuring placement, and I'm going to use that gel medium as an adhesive. Easy peasy. Loved it. Loved it. Now now I have to get down the sentiment, and again I'm just using my fingers just to get it down, and I like that. Now I'm going to do some splattering with the fuchsia. So the fuchsia is the darker pink heart that you see on there, and as I splatter, I'm trying to stick where the different groupings are. So where there's, two or more stamps, that's where I'm splattering. And I think it really came out great because you can really see the splatters because they're very pigmented. And here I'm just going to lift up, and I'm slowing the video down a little bit for you so you can see all of the layers. You can see the paint on the background, the stamps, all of the string and all that stuff I put down, and then the heart on top of it. So, and of course the splattering on top of that. So I was very happy with this, and I hope that you enjoyed this video. And here comes some photos for you to check out. And I really enjoyed this. I love the colors. I used up a few things that were sitting on my desk, and I had a ball. So I hope you enjoyed the video as well. Okay, thank you so much, everybody. I appreciate you all. Bye-bye.